So the next session is going to be a startup roast. So we're going to have a few startups here who is going to pitching out products. And Eric, can you come back to the stage? We were looking at it and being like the Deutschland sucht den super startup. so we're going to try to give some product advice, some design advice to help you to improve your stuff. So well, let's kick in the first startup. So what are they going to do? Okay, they're going to show us the customer's journey from the beginning. Yeah. Hi, the next guy is coming from René, and yeah, just fade him in, and he should introduce him and his startup, and he's going to show us how his startup works, what's the customer journey, and we give feedback. Okay, René, you're on mute. So.
Okay, yes, now you can see me. Ahoy, pirates, you can hear me? Okay, yep. Wonderful. Ahoy, pirates, thank you for being here. I'm René, founder and CEO of Community. Community is for me the next generation of social media. We will connect you with people from your surrounding for having great activities. Community is Community is a social media app that's focused on your current location and your interest. And with this information, we want to match you with like-minded people for joint activities. We show you a local newsfeed. This newsfeed is quite different to Facebook, Instagram, or each other, because Community shows you what's happening around you. We make you suggestions about what interests you. We strongly focus on your current location and your interests. Additional, we show you some activities. Community is the answer against boredom. You can swipe through the app until you find an activity that appeals to you. No hobby is too crazy that someone else wouldn't share it with you. If you don't find the right activity, you can create someone. I'm sure that there will be someone in your region who want to share this activity with you. Due to the flood disaster, many people lost their houses, cars, and other valuables. Over 180 people died in the floods. With Community, helpers and victims organized to remove mud from houses, recover cars, collect donations, offer psychological help, advertise charity events. Now I will show you the app. I'm located in Blankenheim. It's in the south of North Rhine-Westphalia, and you see my local feed. If you open the feed in the app in Cologne, you will see posts from Cologne, or if you open it in Bonn, you will see posts from Bonn. You can create some posts, you can like some posts, you can comment it. And also we have the activities. This is a swipe feature. On the activities, we show you a big screen of the big photo of the activity. You can create a title, a location, and start time. Also, additionally, you can provide us with a short description. And users can say, okay, I want to join this activity, or I'm even not. And if then we have we distinguish between two categories of activities: open activities or private activities. Open activities, if you swipe yes, you get directly into a chat with the organizer. If we use private activities, like I did activities this afternoon, you get an information, a notification that someone wants to join your activity, and then you can say, okay, this person can join my activity or not. You can swipe it to the right or to the left. So, and also for all the participants of an activity, we have a chat where you can inform where we should meet and when we should go for a ride or whatever. That was a short explanation. I have only 3 minutes. So thank you for listening to me. And yes. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
roasting. I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation.
So despite how negative we're gonna be, it's all meant with love. So it will help you. It's like I just hook up your website. It's gonna be here. I don't know how you're gonna acquire users, but the first thing I noticed is like your website is pretty emotional, but actually there's no call to action. It's like it's community connecting locals, geo-based social network, but there's no sign up here, get the app here. It's like this is the screen fold that you have here. So your website is not very convincing into like converting traffic into download of the app. So is it by purpose?
Yes, it depends on, because we want to go live at the end of September. We launched the app just for the flood disaster in North Rhine-Westphalia and Rhineland-Pfalz, Rhineland-Palatinate, and saw this as a test of the app with 1,000 users. And we have some bugs which we now fix. And after that,
like
we will launch the app with some marketing tools and so on.
Yeah, maybe like for me, like the social networks are always like the most challenging thing to do. Because basically, and that's probably my main question, is how are you gonna go the first mile? You know, like there's this hand and egg problem with social networks, especially, you know, if things evolve around activities, if there is not enough people that share the activities, you will find like a zombie app, and nothing is worse than a zombie app, which kind of, yeah, destroys the whole experience. So in the end, there must be always like some sort of feature or incentive to use this, even without many other people using it.
That's correct. And I would say we have a challenge more than other social medias because we're a hyper-local social network. That means we need many persons at one location. And we think we have to give values to the customers. For example, we want to build a ticket platform. That means that you don't connect just for private activities like going biking or hiking or something else. We want to show you, if you're located in Cologne, then we also want to show you where you can get some last-minute tickets. What can I do at this evening? And
okay, but
yes,
sorry to interrupt, but this is already the second step or the third step. But the very first step. So like, I don't know your app. How do I get in? Why do I get in? And you're addressing that problem yourself. It's hyper-local, so it's essential for you that you only get people in the beginning from one location, and then you just grow from let's say, location to location. So how do you make sure that in the beginning, what is my experience going to be like, and what's the value I'm going to pull out of it?
Actually, we are working with influencers, local influencers, which hype this app and also create content so that the app isn't empty. And that's the first step. It's the testing step. And after that, we need some mails from Sweden or something else. We need money and we need a good marketing.
Yeah, can you show me that activity screen? Like maybe there's some micro strategy to fix that, whatever I mentioned, because I think the most valuable activities are where other people are also joining. Maybe you could show like how many people are also like going into this activity, so that you can sort by activities where also is a threshold of people who are already in versus there's no activities. Like if I, for example, if I want to do PIRATEx or something, I need 10 people, and it's cooler to join a party where already 5 are there, and it's not so super fun if it's not there yet. It's just like 0 people have joined the activity.
Yes, I try to share my screen. Could you please repeat this question? Sorry.
Yes, like what is the process like of showing how many people are already joined in an activity? Like, because you don't want to have activities where like people are not contributing to, and like how easy is it to invite someone? Like, here, join my activity. I want to do it with you, because this is something that would drive your viral coefficient. Yeah.
Yes, we worked on a function. It's called German extern teilen, that you can send. If you create the activity, you can send it by mail or WhatsApp or Facebook to your friends. So that if you create some own activities, you will share it about other social medias. but you can also find someone into the app, and there we don't show who is also participating now.
So my take is again, I think like the idea of the influencer makes sense, but still it's very broad. So I'll give you one example of this first mile approach that I was just trying to grasp. So let's say this is just an assumption, like influencers have the problem of organizing activities, because sometimes, you know, they even monetize activities. They would kind of do, I don't know, like a wine shopping tour, and, you know, 10 people can join, 20 people can join. And you would kind of solve another problem in the beginning. So you would kind of solve the organizational problem for these people, and also the billing problem, whatever, you know, adds up. But by doing that, you get users into the app. And once they are there, you know, you can try to proceed and incentivize non-influencers also to start activities. But that's the hook that I'm referring to. Like, you really, I mean, again, it's good to connect with some influencers and ask them to advertise for the app. But from my experience, from what we saw, is this is even maybe just a spike, you know. It can fade out very dramatically and very fast. You need to have like this continuous thing. And ideally, there is like a deep, deep motivation to use your app beyond paying the user, you know, solving a problem, another problem, to in the end solve the big problem. Like Snapchat didn't solve stories in the beginning, right?
Yeah, let me figure, like, if I install your app and I open it, it greets me with like, please register. It's like, give me the why. Why do I need to register? What problem are you solving? Like, all these things from a very basic design journey and design thinking, you have to address. It's not there yet.
Don't make people sign up. At no, you know, I would never make them sign up. Just let them go into your app and start with the flow. And once they want to engage, let them sign up. But not to just sneak into the app, look into the app, you know, because that's a wall, and people will just, 70% of the people just bounce.
Yeah. Or explain them. Tell them, we need your email because we want to help the flood catastrophe people. But we need your email, we need your phone, we need your whatever. Like, but you have to talk about it. You just never say, please sign up. We have to move to the next startup. Like, if you want feedback, you can hit me up. Like in the there's a Slack channel from Entrepreneurs Family. We're both inside. I think there's plenty room for like making things better. Willing to spend an hour of my time and talking with more detail. So maybe the next participant, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Sorry?
What's up?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm Eric from Type Studio, and yeah, I didn't bring a deck actually because I think the easiest way to explain our tool is by showing it. It's about video, and luckily Phil already talked about like how Corona increased the video usage, so I don't have to talk about that a lot. So I will start with explaining our tool right away. So Type Studio is a text-based video editor. That means when you upload your video to Type Studio, we will transcribe it into text automatically, so that you can do all the editing by editing the text. And that's exactly what I'm going to demonstrate right now. This is one of our marketing videos, our YouTube videos, where Alex, our video guy, talks about translating videos automatically in Type Studio. And I will show in 2.5 minutes how to create a Instagram video from that. So how to repurpose this video from Instagram. So first of all, it's a 4-minute video right now, and we know for Instagram the video can only be 1 minute. So the first thing you want to do is to cut down the content of the video. And in Type Studio, you can do that by just highlighting the parts you want to delete in the text on the left, and then press either the little delete icon or the delete the backspace key on your keyboard. So that's what I'm doing right now. So what you can see is this little bracket with the 3 dots demonstrate a deleted part in the video and in the text. And you can already see that I cut a good like 40 seconds out of the video on the right side. So I have to find, I can now go through the text and see which parts I don't need for my Instagram version. So I will go in here and just delete more of it. And that's what I'm going to do until I'm down to 1 minute video length. So I think that now shows, I'm at 2 minutes still, but it shows how the editing works. So next step would be the resizing, because for Instagram, the normal 16:9 video doesn't work that good. So for that, we actually have templates. So you can click on the template menu and either create your own template or choose one of the pre-created templates. And I already see that there is like the good square version for Instagram. So I choose that one, and it automatically creates a square version of my video with the video itself in the middle and an additional headline. I can type translate videos right here for the headline, then also like replace and resize it. I can do the same with like all elements in the editor, actually, like the background, for example. But for the headline, I want to have that centered. So that's looks already good for Instagram. The only thing that I still need are the subtitles, because people on social normally don't have their sound turned on. So I will choose static subtitles, and what that does is it already puts the transcript from the left side of the editor on the bottom of the editor here as like automatic subtitles. So now when I play the video, I will do that real quick. I'm not sure if you will hear the sound, but yeah.
All right, y'all. First things first, we're going to locate the video that you want to translate so you can have it on your computer.
So you can see the video is still there. It's cut, so it's a shorter version of it, and it has the subtitles and like my template around it. Now the next thing, if I actually want to share it on my German social media channels, I can also translate the subtitles automatically. For example, to German, click translate. Takes some time to generate, but that will give me a version video for different countries. I can also remove all the filler words and pauses with one click. They are demonstrated by these little squares in the text, and they will all be removed with one click if I want to do that. And yeah, as you can see here now, for the ones of you who speak German, you can see it's all in German now. And I can also add additional images, text, or elements to the video, like the ones that you see in the background if you don't want to use a template. So that's pretty much it. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is to invite Alex, so you can double check and add and go through the text and see if there are any errors in the spelling, and then I can hit export and either download my video, download the audio for as podcast, or even download like the subtitles as SRT, VTT file, or the text for a blog article or something like that. I'll now go with the video, and that takes a few minutes to render. So I actually did that before already to demonstrate. This is the render version. So whenever it's finished rendering, it takes about like half of the video length to render actually. You end up at the sharing page where you can set the page to public to share it to others. You can also download the video. And if you share the whole thing, you also have the article with you, so you can give it a headline and share this as a like video article, or even embed it into a website or blog. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to your feedback and questions.
Yeah, thanks for your presentation. Like, it's a great product. Like, I'm pretty impressed what you have achieved so far. I like briefly looked at your homepage, and I was like, from what I see there, this is not transported in your homepage. It's like the value that you capture for your user is that he saves time. But you're just saying, forget everything you heard about like video editing. Edit your software by editing text. You don't talk about like where you save time, and time is money. Yeah. Like where someone solve something. Maybe you're gonna work like on the teaser there. You have something. You have multiple values that you have, like edit videos, edit your podcast, save time, because you can like just replace the stuff there. Maybe tell that you're doing it. You're probably doing it with AI. I guess there's some AI involved, like for transcribing the text and getting all the positions. Maybe you should also tell that to the people so that they understand where the value of the software, where the automation happens, where the magic happens. Yeah. From a product perspective, this is typical for a startup, but the interface is a little bit complex, and I missed a tour. Something like, this control is for that, this control is for that. Like, I was a bit confused, though I really liked the overall experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely, like, it's maybe just a small thing, though. Like the homepage, your H1 is improvable, because this is what we also learned. You need to be more direct and just really go for exactly what the user is supposed to do, not like a fancy headline which is forget everything about you heard about video editing. It's like, okay, it sounds super cool for you. It also sounds super cool for me as a product person, but believe me, this is not like what really resonates with the end user. So I can already see you're kind of going into like the search engine optimization. This is probably your main traction channel, so you should definitely really A/B test everything. And really see, the path from your user and like from the problem space, because you have multiple things. You have like the translation, you have the subtext, of course, the subtitles, which is like a whole domain for itself. I know there's multiple video editing tools in the web space that are kind of competing for that. So really try to have like a really straight user journey, including the copy, including everything that is coming towards the user, and also work with AdWords just to see, don't wait until your SEO kind of really works out. Just start already by paying for the traffic and understanding better, which parts of your proposal are essential to your business and which ones can be kind of, okay, this is not super important right now. We will look at it later on.
Okay, thanks. But a great product overall. Thanks
Great
for the presentation.
Thank you very much, guys. See you.
Cheers.
Okay, maybe we move on to the next startup.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me? This is Stefan speaking from DataOS.
Hey.
Thanks for having me today. And I would like to present to you our product that we just launched beginning of the year. It's kind of a result of Corona or COVID-19. It's OT Protect. And what we do is we automate and operate IT security for manufacturing companies. So as a lot of you probably know, manufacturing companies are hardware-driven companies. So that's why we have software and developed software in the first place, but we bundled that into a very small hardware box, and therefore have a hardware and software bundle that we call it's security as a service. And we position that at a pricing for a manufacturing company at maximum of 99 euros per month and device. Now, to give you a feeling of, in general, one machine that can be protected by one of our devices generates costs of about 10,000 euros per month. So 99 euros, I guess, are quite reasonable for that setup. And there's also security is kind of adjusts every day, and the reason is that a lot of patching happens every day or every week or every month. So therefore, the as a service approach that we have with our product there is probably something that is good to argument towards the companies, especially the ones that are very hardware driven, that in general pay for hardware and then get the hardware and pay for further services later on. In terms of growth, we have the approach that you can start very small, like protecting like 2, 3, 5 machines in the first place, but then make a horizontal approach and applying it to more machines. And the second step is there's a vertical growth perspective for us, because we can provide more functions for a company, because we have 3 different variants of our product. These are the ones that you see at the bottom. They all are based on the same hardware device. So therefore, we have like the possibility to have full flexibility and only have one variant in terms of hardware. And therefore, we provide solutions with these 3 products that can be arranged in very different setup and therefore apply to different challenges that companies have. And what are these challenges? That in general, we have like 3 use cases for manufacturing there. On the one hand, we have the security retrofit, so securing machines that are already there. The next thing is that due to digitalization of shop floor and so on, you can put or set up a kind of secure foundation for industrial IoT solutions there, because we care about the complete communication on that level, network communication and so on, and communication towards the cloud. And the third thing that's kind of specific, that we can create a kind of cyber insurance ability. And probably a lot of you heard of that Colonial Pipeline disaster in the US, where a great hack was towards an oil and gas pipeline there. And since then, the rates for cybersecurity insurances have increased enormously. And this is often because old machinery cannot be saved, and therefore nobody wants to take or wants to insure that. What is the main problem, or why is that necessary for a lot of companies? There are limited know-how and IT resources in general, old equipment, and the increasing hacker attacks, as already mentioned. And that is like the ecosystem that we created from this one device and bundled with our software there. On the one hand, we provide our own solution there, and the gateway that you see here is open for third-party integrations. On the one hand, like third-party sensors that can be integrated there, but on the other hand, we provide a secured and hardened Docker environment where third parties can deploy their solutions, and we care about the secure communications towards the cloud. And as mentioned here, partners like these 2 companies and furthermore can then set their IoT or IIoT solution based on our secure communication. That would be it from my side, and I'm looking forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Maybe I can already directly shoot something from my side, because to be honest, like this topic is a little, we cannot be experts in everything. So
No,
drilling down a product that is super far away from your expertise, let's not be, let's not put too much weight on it. I feel like, when you pitch, you put the problem at the end, which is difficult for me to really assess what you guys doing. So in any case, you should always start with the problem as much as you can. Just really boil it down to the pain. You were like just making this reference to the pipeline incidents, right? Like this is something most of us probably have heard. So
let's say old machines don't get updates. We got you covered. Could be a good copy.
Yeah, and the second thing is, I'm wondering, so you hopefully know who your customer is, and how will the customer and when will the customer come to you? And do they already come to you? Or are you still waiting?
Are you going to the customer? Like, yeah, I
Currently
know from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, we are going to them because a lot of them, due to limited resources, they say, yes, security is necessary, but we do not have anyone who can handle it.
Mm-hmm. But then you should think about maybe not have like one single landing page to fit them all, but have like multiple landing pages for different like audiences.
Yeah.
Maybe from Bayer Leverkusen needs a different tonality in the communication than someone.
It's what they call like solutions. So you can create like solutions, which is a typical thing that you do on your site. So you have products and solutions usually map the different kind of use cases, verticals that you serve with different industries.
Yeah. One thing I've really missing from your homepage is like case studies. Like it's always show, don't tell. Like tell people we have successfully deployed our solution here, and the customer is super happy. No security incident since whatever.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, just to circle back to like the journey of prospects. So you go to potential customers, right? Like you are screening the market and say, okay, let's tell them, we have something for you. So what is your pain right now? Does it work? Or do you have problems there?
Challenges? Yeah, we kind of have problems and challenges. And that is, as mentioned, although everybody's talking about security and that it's necessary, and we see increasing hacker attacks, it seems that the customers, or potential customers, I must say, a lot of them, they don't really decide. And the question is it that they don't see the problem? Is it that they cannot really assess what the value is of a product like the one we have? Or is the value, that how we provide it, too difficult for them to understand?
Well,
Should we boil it down?
There is an easy hack for that, which would be you show them how vulnerable their system is. I mean, if this is in any way possible, you know, I'm not saying you should hack them, but this is something I know from some security companies. What they did, that was their playbook. They used their own software kind of to really show how vulnerable, you know, the system of the company is, and that is, you know, putting a lot of people under stress. So right now, the problem with cybersecurity, it's nothing tangible. It's always like also angst-driven. You know, like you make decisions out of fear, not because you're proactive. So it sounds like a little bit weird, but you have to go double down on the fear. You must really let them feel like, if I don't do this, well, you know, I don't know.
Bad things will happen.
Bad things will happen. And
that's already
your job is to really make this as tangible as possible for them. You know, like
that's already what took us to putting it into hardware, so that we can go to them, sit face to face, and put something on the table. Because software is often for hardware guys is difficult to understand.
Yeah, definitely. So eventually it boils down, maybe spend some more design and love and like thought about your copy, thinking about your copy on your website, like adding some case studies, creating different landing pages, because this is something that you can use in your communication when you approach clients. Like, here is our landing page for this and that, and your main landing page should be a gateway for this like vertical markets that you're addressing. Mm-hmm.
And it feels like, I don't know, 90% for me, like a sales problem.
Yeah.
Really, like you need to go through the playbooks of, you know, how to do sales. Ideally, in your industry, like in cybersecurity, there might be some special sauce to it. What's
the pricing for your hardware?
Currently, we price at a little above 100 euros per device.
And that actually sounds a little bit too list, because you're actually into B2B market. And if you make 100 per whatever per month?
Per month and device, yes.
Yeah, per month per device. Yeah, it's like, what is the customer lifetime that you get out of customers? Like,
probably 2 to 3 years at least.
Yeah, and how much money is it then involved? Like, how many devices are they securing?
So, in general, between 10 to 20.
That's okay. Then it might work. So I just wanted to get to the point that the price could be too cheap, because you will need something above the 10K euro line to build a structural sales team, because they will work for a share. It's like they will have a base salary, but they always work for provision.
Yeah,
they are able to sell your product, and if you're too cheap, then you, like as a founder, you will always convince. Yeah, you're smart, you created the product. Yeah. But if you hire hired guns, they maybe your price is a bit too cheap for what you're achieving. But this is, I don't know. It's like, as Era said, we cannot be the deep knowledge in every arena.
Yeah, I guess it's a question of how to price it, depending on is focus on market share, or is the focus of getting the highest margin in the first place.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for your presentation. Also for you, like if you want to ping us, like get more feedback, how do you meant this, the claim, you find us in the Entrepreneurs Family Slack chat.
Thank you.